Hello there, Internet. Welcome to my back workout from quite a few days ago. I don't even remember when I filmed this one, but I'm uploading it now. So something that I didn't necessarily show in my previous upper body workouts is that I start every upper body day, and sometimes whenever I just feel excessively tight as well. I started with some scapular pull-ups. I found that these have really helped some of my upper body tightness and crookedness, so I make sure that I consistently do them just as part of my warm-up for higher reps. And then I got into my regular pull-ups. I think I actually got my first set. I think I got 8 here. Like I said, I don't remember. 8, 7, 6 maybe. So I'm happy that I got up to a set of 8. And then I moved on to a superset, or potentially if you want to call it a tri-set, because I just do a slightly different variation on 2 of them. So I do a 1-arm dumbbell row, and I did the 60-pound dumbbell today. Well, wasn't today. On this day, I did the 60-pound dumbbell row, and then I do like 1-arm lat pull down, and I do it kind of sitting 2 different ways, slightly different angles, and that's my superset slash tri-set, and I do 3 rounds of that, and felt pretty good. And that right there was pretty much the bulk of my workout. Then I just moved into 3 sets of wide handle lat pull down, and then I finished off with 3 rounds of my bicep supersets, incline curl superset with hammer curl, and that's all she wrote. I do recall that on this day I was feeling a little bit sluggish and unmotivated, so typically I may do another back exercise on this day, but this time I just pulled the plug, and it was great. Everything I did felt pretty good regardless of feeling pretty tired, but whatever, it just be like that sometimes. So I'd like to thank everybody that congratulated me. If you watched my official gym tour video that I uploaded the other day, I did announce that I was a successful candidate, and now I am now officially employed by Bells of Steel. So I want to take a moment and just remind myself that sometimes I do get what I want, even though there's just been so many times it feels like I don't get the outcome that I want, or that my life is riddled with disappointment instead of the positive outcomes, and that it's foolish to be hopeful because nothing ever goes my way. I'm going to take a moment here and be like, look, Jen, something went my way, and something huge went my way. Something I really, really wanted went my way. So I'm grateful. And like I said, thanks to everybody that congratulated me. So, how I kind of feel like this may, adjust my channel, change my channel a little bit. I mean, before, typically, all I was doing was posting my workouts with occasional videos that were just talking about stuff, where I'm sitting down talking. A couple cooking videos too, not that I'm a good cook. But I cook healthy, so sometimes I like to show people the stuff I make, even if it's not Joshua Wiseman level footage expertise. That's like not even on the same planet. He's my favorite YouTuber, but nobody asked. Anyway, so sometimes that too. And then sometimes odd tutorials and stuff back when I had my channel memberships. And now, I guess with this new career, so to speak, maybe there'll be a slight shift into, adding things about the equipment. Obviously, I am gym equipment, home equipment obsessed, and now that is also my career. So adding videos, like I said in the last video, I get $1,000 to spend at Bells of Steel, and so maybe make a video around picking out that, getting that assembled, rearranging my gym, figuring out where I'm going to put things, how I make the decisions about what I am going to buy, or even going forward, if I'm swapping things in my home gym, maybe moving things, selling things, getting new pieces of equipment because of, working there, having access to things, getting to try things out, and then knowing, really what I want as like my goals change, as I change, as new equipment comes out, or potentially things that I get discounted. I do believe that there's a discount. I mean, I know I get the $1,000. I don't know if ongoing discounts are there. But that aside, obviously it's going to be a little bit too accessible for me now to have access to all of this stuff. It's going to be even harder to resist. But having some more content like that, I mean, you guys can let me know. It sounds like a lot of you guys really, really like the home gym stuff. So could be making some more content like that. And upcoming as well too. So I officially start on Monday, and as I sort of got into in some previous videos, is that the headquarters of this gym is about 3.5 hours away from me. Primarily it is a remote position. I will have to go down once a month for meetings, maybe an extra time, the odd time for whatever else, but typically it'll just be once a month. However, training is a week there, 1 whole week. And I say that with excitement and fear because, again, as something else that I mentioned, I'm very OCD. I'm very in my routine of every little thing that I do is, repetition, repping things in the gym, repping things in my life. I'm very, very organized. I never have to be anywhere, asleep anywhere other than my bed. And I don't know how well I sleep. I don't even sleep all that great in my own bed, despite much effort and doing everything they say online to help with insomnia, and taking the L-theanine and taking the 5-HTP and taking the magnesium, having the room super cold and dark, blah, blah, blah. I do everything I can, and still lots of times is a very big struggle. So now I have to be in a hotel for many nights in a row. Anyways, I mean, it's like, obviously this is the most exciting thing. Like, all of the stuff that bothers my brain aside, I can't wait to meet these people, learn this stuff, be in this showroom, and be touching all this equipment. I mean, that part is obviously just overwhelmingly positive. But the little things, the chemical imbalances in my brain are oh my God, this is the most terrifying thing ever. Everything is chaos to me. I am already pretty much done packing. But even as I was talking about changing content, even making some content surrounding that trip. Again, this is some stuff you guys can let me know if you're interested in that, because I'm going to try my best to stick to all the things that are priorities important to me, despite not being in my lovely home and my lovely home gym with my lovely diet for a whole week. So I'm going to go down on Sunday. And if you want me to kind of detail some stuff that I'm doing, for one, my hotel does not have a kitchenette. It would even be just so much easier if there was a microwave. There's no kitchenette. So in terms of the meal prep front, I'm not going to eat crappy food. On hands down, I don't eat crappy food. I maybe go out for dinner once a month, and I feel like crap after, and I don't. And then I always think, oh, why do I do this? But it's more for the spending time with my son kind of aspect of it. But that aside, I don't eat garbage food ever. And so I am trying to figure out ways to do the very best that I can with very, very limited means in terms of that. So if you want me to kind of document my meals, what I'm doing there, how I'm trying to keep up with my fitness regimen when I'm there as well, just, I guess, keeping healthy and fit on a traveling experience. If you guys are interested in me sort of vlogging that or documenting that, or even just being there, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about asking if I can film in the showroom, because then I feel like I'm going to come across wrong. So I don't necessarily know if I want to do that. I may take a few pictures if they let me, or if nobody's watching, and then I could show you guys. But it's just the showroom. But anyway. I'd love to document parts of those trip for you guys. So, I mean, let me know if that's something that you're keen on too. Just to kind of highlight over it, I'm going to be eating a lot of canned salmon. It's pretty much going to be a staple once or twice a day. It's going to be canned salmon and rice cakes. I have a few different kinds of rice cakes that I'm going to bring. Also bringing some canned albacore tuna. I also ordered canned chicken. The huge ass cans of chicken and 1 can of turkey. I'd prefer to eat the canned fish, but whatever. A couple chickens and canned turkey in there as well too. Obviously going to be bringing protein powders. I've also organized all my little powders in individual containers, as well as my supplements in days of the week containers, so I can show you guys my OCD in organization form if you'd like to see some of that stuff. And so canned food, rice cakes, protein bars, protein powder. What else am I forgetting? Oh, I'm gonna bring my homemade pumpkin protein powder muffins. So I'll just bring a few of those because if they, it gets too late in the week, then they'll just kind of get stale. So I'm certainly gonna have a few of those. Um, I don't know. I think there's some other stuff. I've been like kind of preparing and hoarding and stocking up now for the past few days. So I'm sure, oh, I brought some bone broth. Not that that's very exciting, but it's just something in case I have any kind of digestion because I'm going to be very anxious. That I kind of know already. Well, that's just my normal state anyway. But if I have any digestion troubles, I bought bone broth. Brought bone broth. Say that 6 times fast. Anyway, some things like that. Sorry. And I'm sure there's some more food than stuff that I brought, but I can't. It's not. It's completely gone to me now. But I'd love to show you all of that stuff that I've kind of organized and like I said, just vlog some stuff like from the hotel. Keeping up with my fitness regimen. I did find a gym that they say is about a 10-minute drive. I mean, I'm busing there, so I'm going to take a huge bus there. It's a big cushy bus. And so obviously wherever I go is going to be Ubering, which sucks. Like I'm used to being in a location where you can at least walk places, but this, like the walks are very long. It's more of an industrial location because I picked a hotel that's really, really close to where I'm going to be going into work every day because that makes sense. But it's also not near that many other things because it's more of like an industrial area. But anyways, the hotel seems fine. It's just not, that close to things. But the gym says it's about like an 11-minute drive, the gym that I picked out. It looks pretty cool. The gym is called like King's Fitness or something like that. I mean, it's not like it's a men's only gym, but I guess a lot of Kings work out there. Anyway, sorry. I'm going to try to hang out with the Kings and do some lifting as well. I saw some photos. The gym looks pretty cool. It looks like they host powerlifting competitions and stuff there, so I feel like this gym is right up my alley. The thing is like, I'm embarrassed to say, how do I even work out in public anymore? Like, how do I even be in public anymore? I guess is the scary thing to say after, like, all these attempts at personal training and being unemployed and working on a whole gym. It's like, oh, I had to go out into the world again and interact with people, and I wasn't very good at it before, and now I'm very out of practice. So I guess full autistic mode with my social skills is probably going to be what it's like, but whatever. We'll just play it by ear. But the gym looks really cool, so I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because it's like, how do I use this equipment? I don't remember. I don't know this equipment. It's going to be like I just like walking to the gym for the first time. Teach me things. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm nervous, but I'm gonna buy a week pass for there and hopefully get there 3 times. That's my goal. It's less than I would do here, obviously, but we make do. 3 times is what I'm setting for. The hotel has some like really, really crappy treadmills, so if I could incline them a little bit and do some light jogging, I might throw 1 or 2 of those in there as too, just to keep my sanity. And even going down to Bells of Steel, I don't know if there is like a staff area. Like they mentioned that like the staff has group workouts and stuff, team workouts. So there must be some place for us to work out there too, like just using that equipment. So I mean, it could be that I don't even necessarily need to go to this gym all the time, but whatever. Just planning ahead, and that's what I'm hoping to do. Like I said, I'm gonna maybe try to be on this crappy treadmill a couple times. If it's nice out, I don't know how close there are to some hiking trails. Apparently they're not that far, but you know these hotel ads, they make everything seem like really close when it's not. Unfortunately, I wanted to go to the zoo because Calgary has a really nice zoo. Edmonton does not. I'm sorry, but we don't. So I really wanted to go to the zoo, which would have been a cool thing to show you guys, but the zoo hours, it closes at 5 p.m. So I thought I could head to the zoo when I get there Sunday at 4, but thinking that maybe it stays open till 7 or 8 or something, but because our zoo stays open till like 9, but whatever. I guess there's a point for our zoo right there. We have shitty animals, but at least we're open. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to be able to head to the zoo, which would have been a cool thing to show you guys. Ironically, I just head over to the Canadian Wild section and hang out there near the wildlife that we naturally have here anyway. That's what I'm most interested in. I like to go really close to the bison, whatever. Because I feel safe, but I can still stare at them. Anyways, so I thought I could document some of that for you guys, but I don't think I'll be able to head to the zoo. But we'll see what else I can do, just trying to keep up with my lifestyle as best I can to stay sane. So thanks for listening, everybody. Bye!